Hi, Professor Demersion here. We are going to kind of recap some of the key things that we learned in the last class, just in case you need a refresher about some of the key ideas about presentation mode and how to set up your patch properly to start arranging things for the interface. So I've just opened up the Class 4 starter patch that's on eCampus. We used this last time, and it's set up to have these buttons that I created in Photoshop be present right there for you. Now check out the video tutorial that I made for you just a few minutes ago about how to make these. It's probably really helpful if you've forgotten your Photoshop skills and stuff like that. So what we're going to look at today is how to create how to work with patching mode. I'm going to just go full screen for a second and check this out right down here at the bottom. If I we're in patching mode right now. If I click to presentation mode, do you see how all of those objects have gone away? This is presentation mode is kind of perfectly set up to just only keep the kind of things that you want and to hide everything else. So how do we do that? I'm going to show you how we kind of work with this. So I'm going to unlock the patch, Command click anywhere in there, and you can see that when I click on this guy, when I select that guy, let's go view, and I want to say sidebar here, and here's our sidebar, and you can choose the inspector right here and have that open. So watch this. If I select the selector and choose include in presentation, now when I switch over to presentation mode and lock it, you'll see here's our guy here, and it looks crappy compared to the rest of them. So let's undo that. But I just wanted you to see that's how to take any object can be taken in and out of the presentation mode. Now, a couple quick things here. This is, if you ever want to remember, like refresh, what's this object again that lets you put that image? It's the picked control. We did the tutorial on this last time. So how did I get that image in there? I just navigated down, chose the button 1 ping. That is also included in that starter patch for you. The key thing here is that you really want to make sure this dial increment on click is checked. If that's unchecked, what happens is this dial will not work. It won't go over to that next state. So we made these 2 states, left and right. You could make 4 states if you wanted to. It's not going to work unless you click that dial increment on click button. Okay? So the next thing that I wanted to show you is how to bring an image into Photoshop. One thing that we did, let's go back to our Explorer here that has all of those objects kind of ready to go. This is, I know, a user interface object. That UI stands for that. I'm going to navigate to images, and one of the things that we were talking about in class last week was what kind of feel do we want this to have, and we were toying with the idea of would it be funny if it had like a kind of wood texture to it. So I wanted to show you how to work with that. You just navigate to the left hand side of any object to bring up the inspector. Oh, it's already here. And then you say choose to load the image in. I have a wood texture right here. I'm going to choose that, and it's this tiny little thing here, but we want it to fill the whole thing, but we only want it to fill it on the presentation mode. So let me just show you a quick thing here. One important thing that we talked about is we want to say yes, include in presentation mode, and then here's another really important one. We want to say send to back. So if that's not selected, we can select it here and say arrange and say send to back, Command Shift B. Okay, now let's jump over to presentation mode. And I'm going to take the sidebar off for a second too. So here's a cool thing. We can just kind of put that in the corner. We can stretch this guy out as far as it can go. My screen's much smaller than yours. Now we're going to take this. Because we said send to back, it's going to automatically go behind these buttons. Okay? And now we'll lock this. And here's our same interface in presentation mode, but now with this kind of cool, funky texture, wood texture. Okay, so unlock that. We'll bring this, go back to the patching mode, so you can see in patching mode, this object, that image, takes up very little space. It's like barely present. We switch over to the presentation mode, and boom, it's really big. That's a cool little trick. A couple other things that I wanted to show you. So you're going to have, if you look at the diagram that I sent to you, you're going to have 4 of these, and then you're going to have some XY things. You change the text here to be texture, and look at the other things here. I don't want to go over all that and waste your time. You know how to do that. We don't have to hook everything up for Thursday's class, but you want to get everything arranged the way you want it and to look the way you want, and get the buttons, customize the buttons, get everything to kind of look how you want it, and we'll get all the guts working and the coding working Thursday. Okay, one thing I wanted to show you here, again, that we're going to bring the fpic for the graphics, just like this one. We want one more, and we're going to bring that alpha channel. I want to show you how we did that alpha channel thing here. Let me see if I have that knocked out again. This is it's a picture that we have. Let's see if I'm just going to throw this to my desktop and see if I have it knocked out properly. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to select this, and I'm going to bring in this file. I'm not sure if it is, if I got to work on this in Photoshop or if it's preset. Okay, click it here. Ah, great, this is going to work. Okay, I'm going to stretch this out like that. So what I want you to, what we're going to do here is we're going to use this object we've seen a bunch of times, but it's called the JIT-P window. I'm going to choose that, and you can hold down the Shift key to constrain the proportions here, just like in Photoshop. And what we want to do is say send to back here, like that, and that way we can hide it underneath there. And so videos will play here just for fun. Let's just throw a video on there. Once again, the videos that got a quick start movie thing for us, we could throw it right in here. Let's feed in a movie. I think I got some stuff here that we could use. Let's try this one. Okay, so boom. Now we can put that over. We can, here's the thing that we didn't get to talk about. You can hide these. We're going to route that, but also I want it to be hidden on lock. That's one of the options here. Let's do this. I think it's Command K. Okay, and there we go. So that goes away. Now let's say we got to tell these guys we want this to be in patching mode. I mean presentation mode. And I think this is everything I wanted to show you. So I think let's just do that, and then this should also be there. Okay, so now I just wanted to show you when you go into presentation mode, really what we're going to be doing is, did that not take? You can really kind of, in presentation mode, say where you want things to go. Let's make sure that JIT window is coming over here. Include in presentation. Yes, I would like that. Ah, it's here. Oh. Ah, you know why? It's behind. I gotta send it one above. It's right now, it's behind the other one. I should just say, let me go here, and say to this one, send back. There we go. Did you guys follow what happened there? The video screen was behind the other one. So now you can arrange that in any way that you want in this presentation mode. Okay, so what I really want you to do, think about, like, I just use this TV screen as a fun kind of starting point. You could use an art frame, you could use any kind of visual that you think might be interesting that goes along with it. You could go like totally super sci-fi, or any kind of design idea that you'd like to. So anyhow, that's for you. That's the kind of thing that I want you to play around with for Thursday. Hope this is helpful. I'll see you um, on the 27th. Bye.